is significant potential expansion for this company within the medicinal marijuana space. Management has grown the business despite numerous legalization issues faced by the industry and well-positioned MediSwipe to leverage the benefits from continued reform throughout the states. While still in its very adolescent stage of growth, the marijuana industry has consolidated after visible companies unified and organized their business models. The industry is now at the beginning phase of what many predict will be a cohesive growth. I hope to explain during this call why MediSwipe should be the focus company within the marijuana sector. We have a simple and scalable business model. The company's management team, including myself, Dr. Jamie Canton, our legal of Greenberg Trout, and accounting firms David Brooks and Company, in my view, are more experienced than the others and are fully reporting status with complete transparency to investors, while other non-reporting companies in this sector are what I believe may be using much more aggressive, or shall I say, unaudited and creative accounting principles for their revenues, make us more capable to obtain attention from real retail investors and institutional firms than our competitors. I believe investors are only beginning to understand the true potential of the MediSwipe story. I also believe that the multi-divisional operating models of the other companies in our sector will not come to long-term fruition. I believe the MediSwipe business model will prove in the long run the logical, common sense alternative for the investment in the medicinal marijuana industry. Over the last few years, public opinion toward legalization of marijuana is rapidly changing. For many years prior to the last decade, public opinion in legalization of marijuana was quite stable. As a substance classified as a Schedule I drug, people were against the move to legalize marijuana as they believed that marijuana would lead to harder drugs. However, over the last decade, public opinion has shifted dramatically towards the support of legalization of marijuana. As per a recent survey, sentiment in favor of legalization has increased by 20 percentage points and showed a narrow national majority in just over a decade. The percentage of Americans who view marijuana, use it as immoral, has fallen from 50% to 32% in just 7 years. This sentiment and support has resulted in the ballot initiative victories in Colorado and Washington state in 2012 for legalizing the use of marijuana for medical and recreational use. Another notable trend in the favorable consensus toward the use of marijuana is that most conservatives who do not favor legalization, Washington State in 2012 for legalizing the use of marijuana for medical and recreational use. They take a dim view over the government's ability to enforce a ban. However, a majority agrees that the road to rescheduling a Schedule I drug is difficult, complex, and likely to take much time, as there are a number of considerations that the state and federal governments need to take into account prior to deciding on the legalization of marijuana. Much of it depends on Attorney General Eric Holder and his views on legalization of marijuana in the states of Washington and Colorado. In a recent article, Mr. Holder had made it clear that he is in no hurry to address this issue and hinted that legalization would be a very complex matter. On a positive note, marijuana, being the largest cash crop in the United States, can earn significant revenues for the federal and state governments if it is legalized and taxed. Going by estimates, it is believed that the marijuana industry may be a $45 billion annual industry. Further, the ancillary products and services related to marijuana may also be a very large annual industry. Given this, legalization, taxation of marijuana may result in a large pool of tax income. These considerations will continue to play a central role in determining the outcome of the future legalization politics. Hence, it becomes critical to understand the impact of legalization and status quo on marijuana as we continue to expand the MediSwipe business strategy. If the federal government decides to favor legalization, it would open doors that are currently closed to marijuana companies like MediSwipe in terms of capitalization, product assortment, selection, R&D, and the ability to conduct business freely, and the ability to provide for reputable companies more disclosure and increasing transparency to shareholders with regard to company operations. MediSwipe is in an enviable position regarding legalization issues. Should legalization come to fruition, MediSwipe's industry leverage is powerful. Its current business model is also buffered from industry uncertainties. MediSwipe's diversified, multiple, wholly owned, respected brands provide a strong base for scalable retail sales channels to drive revenue and sales of core products and new MediSwipe innovations. The company is currently not involved, nor does it intend to be involved, in the production of marijuana. MediSwipe intends to be at the forefront of product and service segments, incidental, or as my associate, Dr. Cannon, states it, agnostic to the marijuana industry. As advancements are made toward potential legalization of marijuana, MediSwipe expects to be ideally positioned in all U.S. federally legal, profitable aspects of this industry. We believe that the recent acquisitions and product innovations will enable the company to aggregate data and marketing knowledge that will be key to the long-term success once the industry is clarified. The company intends to leverage industry relationships, state-of-the-art innovations, and equity to develop a fully integrated lifestyle brand targeted at the hemp and marijuana industry as well as other venues. The company's current brands and businesses make it a pure play, what I believe to be a pure play industry stock of the future in this sector. MediSwipe features a combination of core technologies, retail sales channels, and wholesale relationships to build a sizable enterprise for its shareholders. As the industry advances, MediSwipe expects to be at the forefront with a richly populated patient database, revolutionary products and services, and a vast retail network through its dispensary network to satisfy consumer and patient demand with very sound margins for our products. This well-diversified portfolio places the company in an enviable position. In the event of regulatory change towards marijuana, our strong e-commerce, mobile, and cloud-based patient platforms built by the company and our partnerships will establish itself on the forefront of this exciting sector. During the current year, the company is expected to realize the benefits, synergies, and efficiencies from the consolidation of its acquired businesses. Management expects to continue newly licensed agreements and acquisitions in 2013, which are both favorable to shareholders and conducive to long-term growth, while improving and expanding a scalable and exciting operations through product integration, retail integration, as well as MediSwipe intends to create a scalable supply chain that will accelerate sales of the company's core brands and products. Further, the company will build a strong platform for new technologies that will be introduced or acquired by MediSwipe. The cornerstone of corporate growth is our ability to aggressively market our products, create new innovative products, and make acquisitions which will contribute to revenue and overall corporate growth. It is estimated that the market for marijuana in the United States alone is $35 to $45 billion. We believe the size of the U.S. market is estimated at $1.7 billion, a figure that is likely to increase in the coming years. By 2016, the medical marijuana market could surge to approximately $8.9 billion. Within the 18 states and Washington, D.C., that have legalized the use of medical marijuana, there are as many as 25 million patients now, eligible to benefit from medicinal marijuana. The strong demand for medicinal marijuana is providing opportunities for business development through several different facets of the industry. The emerging industry of medicinal marijuana is dominant in California and Colorado, which account for 92% of the current market share. Majorities of Americans across all ages favor doctors to recommend medicinal marijuana for treatment. This is where the opportunity for our strategy at MediSwipe lies, is within the doctor-patient relationship. The opportunity to expand into the previous highlighted markets with a more socially acceptable form of marijuana and related products and services provide multiple revenue streams for MediSwipe. The medicinal marijuana industry, a lot like the merchant processing industry, I believe, is a recession-proof and resistant industry, and has performed very well in recent and current economic downturns. Nationwide, the industry currently has approximately 2,500 growing operations and dispensaries. I'd like to talk now about our MediSwipe patient cloud-based management system. According to the Marijuana Policy Project, a total of just over 1 million patients presently hold identification cards in a total of 19 states and the District of Columbia with mandatory registration. The numbers for patients with no registration or voluntary users in California and Washington have been estimated. While there is a possibility that not all registered people have valid medical use for marijuana, it is also possible that not all medical marijuana users have been registered. The large numbers of medical marijuana users is an indication of possible growth in the medicinal marijuana market. The figures for the medical marijuana users in 19 states, when extrapolated to 50 states, yields a number of almost 25 million users. If the average number of medical marijuana patients per 1,000 residents in states in which legal medical marijuana is extrapolated to all 50 states with an average population of 311 million as of 2011, according to the U.S. Census Bureau, then the total number of medical marijuana users as of December 28, 2012 would theoretically be about 2.5 million. Currently, 18 states and the District of Columbia are active markets for the medical marijuana. Arizona, Michigan, the current home state of MediSwipe, and Washington are expected to grow significantly as the industry matures during the next few years. MediSwipe has chosen to capitalize on this market within 2 ways. We have chosen direct relationships with the doctors, getting the patient at inception when they decide to register and become a patient within their given state. We are working directly with the doctors, mainly through establishing, through our subsidiary, now within spinoff, which I will get to that momentarily, My 800 Doctor, currently a database of over 300,000 physicians, doctors, and various specialties. The key here, with new legislation that is already passed as of April 1st, is that a new patient seeking a medicinal marijuana card must prove a previous condition, and there must be at least 2 consultations in order to legally to have that patient obtain his card. By us legally and partnering with existing physicians in our database and forming these partnerships, we are able to aid patients in providing, 1, their previous medical records, 2, making it easier to provide this evidence of previous consultations, and 2, putting MediSwipe in the top position of allowing these patients to increase the availability of them getting their state card, and also providing the opportunity for these doctors to increase their practices. And this is the key, because if you can take an existing database of physicians or convince physicians that this is a new segment of their business. Doctors that are already treating these patients that are cancer patients, chemotherapy patients, patients that have Crohn's disease and glaucoma, and all that they need to understand is further education on writing a certification for medical marijuana, how that may help and not only increase their practice, but increasing the revenues of their practice, as these patients are paying in excess in many states anywhere from $80 to $125 for a certification in these 19 states now, when they are presently fighting for insurance to receive $40 for a regular consultation from Medicare or Medicaid. You are increasing the doctor's practice. You are increasing their patient base and allowing this ongoing care and increasing all along their ability to improve their practice, improve patient care, and at the same time, MediSwipe has created a revenue opportunity for the doctors while getting appointment setting fees, fees from the patients, storing the medical records, providing this software and cloud-based storage, providing a turnkey solution for these doctors' practice. And this is our revenue model, which is completely scalable around the country. What we have decided to do with our certification centers, initially it was our plan to own the bricks and mortar practices of the certification centers. We have found out now legally, because of our position, owning the marketing side, providing services to dispensaries, we cannot be directly involved in the certification centers in the bricks and mortar side. However, what we have chosen to do as of recent is to franchise to the doctors initially this side of the business, and are speaking with several doctors into coming on our board, of which we have already have one approved, that will take over the certification station business and allow us to actively receive fees for working with the patients to receive this recurring revenue model of providing the patient storage, providing the software to the doctors wanting to expand their practice for this side of business, continue every 30 days to provide this continuing care to the patients, and at the same time allow us to market to dispensaries, to be a part of that business, to sell them these products that we're doing now through our other divisions, and allow us to take as many pieces of the pie as we can. So that, as far as we know, what we're doing, we also have within 3 additional states, 3 additional franchises already, including the state of New York for certification centers and additional practices. I had hoped to be able to announce what I believed will be the most important partnership on our marketing and patient management sides that I believe, in my opinion, will change the face of this company on the patient management side. However, I am not able to do that at this time during this conference, but what I can say that I believe that it will make MediSwipe one of the largest provider of patient services and appointment setting to doctors within the 19 states. And I hope to be able to provide that information to our shareholders and investors later this month. We have, based on the news events that have been shown in the last 2 weeks, we have created 2 additional divisions. The first is our American Hemp Trading Company that now handles the licenses of our Chillo energy drink as well as our C-Swiss tea division. We felt it very important, as we did with 800 Commerce, to set up our corporate strategy and structure properly for MediSwipe as the holding company, and our 2 new divisions, the American Hemp Trading Company as well as the Agritech Innovation division. As far as I know, there has been concern with investors with regard to the time length of our licensing agreement with Chill Drinks. What I can tell you is that to date, MediSwipe has far surpassed the minimums required to maintain our licensing agreement with Chill Drinks, and that we have exceeded our sales. We are now working with a multi-year agreement in negotiation, so there is no fear of us losing the licensing for the drinks over the next 12 months. We have also opened up the agreement not only to include dispensaries and the medicinal markets, but because of our performance and what we have done just over the short 60 days, Chill Drinks as well as the manufacturer of the drinks have opened complete retail to MediSwipe, in which we have opened the state of Nevada for convenience stores, restaurants, and other retail outlets which we are now selling into. I want to just go briefly into the differences between hemp and marijuana, because we have been asked this not only by our shareholders but by some of our retailers that have hesitated in selling the drinks. There are many different varieties of cannabis plants. Marijuana and hemp come from the same species of plant, Cannabis sativa, but from different varieties or cultivars. However, hemp is genetically different and is distinguished by its use and chemical makeup. Hemp, also called industrial hemp, refers to cannabis varieties that are primarily grown as an agricultural crop, such as seeds and fiber, and byproducts such as oil, seed cake, or herds, and is characterized by plants that are low in THC. Marijuana's primary psychoactive chemical, THC levels for hemp, are less than 1%. Industrial hemp is a variety of cannabis sativa and is of the same plant species as marijuana. Although marijuana is also a variety of cannabis, it is genetically distinct from industrial hemp and is further distinguished by its use as chemical makeup. Hemp is genetically different. Hemp has long been cultivated for non-drug use in the production of industrial and other goods. For centuries, industrial hemp or plant species has been a source of fiber and oilseed used worldwide to produce a variety of industrial and consumer products. Some estimate that the global market for hemp consists of more than 25,000 products, and it can be grown as a fiber, seed, or dual-purpose crop. Again, as I mentioned earlier, that MediSwipe has no intention of getting involved on the grow side of marijuana itself. We have some very big plans for the American Hemp Trading Company. Right now, it does consist of the licenses of both Chillo Energy Drink and C-Swiss. Again, I want to thank all of our shareholders and consumers for the positive comments. We have tried even opening up recently on the Amazon store to make sure that our shipments have been made quickly and on time. All of our new retailers that we are shipping into, now we have moved and expanded into several states, including New Jersey, Michigan, of course, Northern California, Southern California, Colorado, several states, Illinois, Chicago, new distributors. So we have exceeded the expectations. Again, there is absolutely no risk of losing our distributorship and licenses. And in fact, the licenses have been expanded to include other retailers, restaurants, bars, no longer the medicinal, and including worldwide e-commerce as well as complete retail. We are going to be selling shirts, hats, online, complete into retail locations, even some very exciting things happening on that side that at this point I can't go into, but very exciting things happening there. Our second new division, Agritech Innovations, will allow MediSwipe to take part of roll-up of a bricks and mortar franchises on the horticultural and agricultural operations. Mostly what is happening in the hemp research division recently passed under the bill. We are also going to provide services. Our first location has been taken over in Michigan. It is going to provide grow nutrients, lighting, LEDs, all types of things for patients and caregivers. We're going to be shipping the goods out of our 25,000 square foot facility where we presently do our logistics for Chillo as well as C-Swiss nationally. It is an FDA, TSA approved facility that we have access to. We have 25 trucks basically that are moving everything throughout Michigan, as well as full shipping capacity to move everything throughout the states for all of our pallets that, again, I am hoping continue to increase as we move, continue to gain more and more traction throughout the states. I want to speak about our present status of our 800 Commerce dividend. I know that it has been a long time coming. Unfortunately, I am certainly unable to move forward the process of anything to do with the SEC or FINRA. It has been a long road. We have tried to bring on the right legal and accounting team. And again, we are going on well over a 12-month process. But all I can say, we are there. Our last comment letter, we have gotten it down to 3 minimal comments that it is our goal this week to ask the SEC for acceleration and approval of acceptance of our registration. We have engaged Spartan Securities to file our 15C211 at the same time now which will hopefully approach to get our symbol for 800 Commerce. And again, I believe with our mobile platform, with our trademarks and our patent being moved from provisional to our full patent being filed of our mobile payments technology, we are extremely excited about 800 Commerce and look forward to keeping our word on our stock dividend to our shareholders as we have always tried to do. MWIP has grown organically as well as inorganically through its inception. Its recent acquisitions have solidified our position in the market as an innovator and leader. Financial benefits from these acquisitions notwithstanding, we will see the company benefiting more from the understanding and applying of the processes of our intellectual properties of the acquired companies we have purchased and are thinking about purchasing at this point. Clearly, the potential user market is just beginning. The industry, through its beginning stages, is increasing and becoming an excellent source of revenue for the government and currently represents 3% of the revenue earned. In the last 15 years, the medicinal marijuana industry has experienced legalization in over 16 states, with the District of Columbia and Colorado reporting significant growth and development. MediSwipe is in a unique position to leverage industry relationships, state-of-the-art innovations, and equity to develop a fully integrated lifestyle brand through acquisitions and internal growth entirely dedicated to the marijuana and medicinal industry. With many states rapidly adopting laws for medical access and the potential message within President Barack Obama's announcement regarding the federal government's priorities, it would appear that the industry has progressed to a point of acceleration. A new national medicinal marijuana industry fueled by legalization in 18 states plus the District of Columbia is in the midst of unprecedented development and growth. Unlike other industries, the medicinal marijuana industry does not face the problem of whether the consumer will accept the product. Demand is very strong. It faces issues regarding the regulation and legislation of the use of marijuana. Simply put, there is no inherent risk in acceptance and consumption of the product. The wholesale legalization of marijuana, whereby the cultivation, sale, and distribution is regulated, similarly to alcohol or tobacco, is highly enticing and necessary for cash-strapped municipalities and state governments. We believe the company's fully integrated business model that features a combination of core technologies, retail sales, as well as all of our patented technologies, relationships provide a perfect platform to be the forefront of this growing industry. Further, the strong and experienced management team, financial capabilities, robust projected revenue streams, and our growth potential in this marketplace makes MediSwipe a very valuable investment proposition, in my opinion. MediSwipe provides an exciting and potential long-term investment opportunity for the long-term risk-adverse investor. Members of both our management team and core staff have extensive experience in healthcare and the financial marketplace, which we believe will be largely beneficial for our growth strategy. Our primary goal is to scale this business. We have already made significant progress with the immediate growth of our healthcare and assets, our patents, and our new products. With our recent patent filed for 800 Commerce, with our new products of C-Swiss, and as well as Chilla, which have provided new, consistent revenue streams, new licensing agreements, and new partners yet to be announced, we have successfully grown the existing operations by approximately 200%. We believe that this growth will maintain pace as we continue to add more patients to our networks and expand the services we offer them. We intend to continue to leverage and expand the MediSwipe brand and to become a leader within the medicinal industry. Market our timing for organic growth and strategy could not be better. We feel that MediSwipe is positioned to capitalize on this market uptrend. We have identified several acquisition targets that provide synergies to our core MediSwipe business. Which we anticipate will bring significant increase in revenue and profit. We are currently in active negotiations with these opportunities, and we are very close to completing terms that what we feel will make us the most comprehensive medicinal company available to investors. I want to let all of our investors know that the new MediSwipe corporate website, and this has been a sticking point, will be launched over the next 7 to 10 days. I have taken a lot of flack over our website, I know that. I have focused on building this business rather than be too much concerned with putting up a flashy website that in reality, in my opinion, has not been the priority, and I have used the $10,000 elsewhere where, in my opinion, was more important at the time. What is more important about our website is that the investor relations section, which is the most comprehensive and transparent as a public company that stands up to any NASDAQ or NYSE company, and that everything is updated automatically. Our news, our filings, our CEO conference calls, our EDGAR filings, our XRBL filings, which no other company in this sector does as a fully reporting company. We do not sell goods and services directly to the public. We offer patient services to dispensaries and caregivers, and I assure you they know how to find us and they know what products we offer. And unfortunately, with current legislation, quite frankly, it did not behoove the company to put everything on our corporate website that we offer as services to dispensaries. So for the people and investors that our website caused concern, I apologize, but now that we have raised significant funds, and we do have institutional partners and a private equity fund at the closing of this quarter, I want to say that there was an excess of over $100,000 on our books, and funding is no longer an issue for this company. I have made our website a priority. You will see it within the next week of MediSwipe. You will also see new websites for the American Hemp Trading Company, as well as Agritech Solutions, and some of our new trademark IP items, which I want to mention this today because it is trademarked, and you will be hearing new news about our Mellow Meals, which have been trademarked, and I'm very excited to just mention that now, and you'll be hearing a lot about the MediSwipe Mellow Meals here in the near future. We are extremely excited about our current focus on our core MediSwipe business, and I believe that we will complete 2013 on a real upswing, coinciding with the uptrend within the medicinal marijuana sector. I hope this call and my recent interaction on many different forums have been helpful to our shareholders and investors, and I thank you, as always, for your continued support. It's been a pleasure speaking with you this afternoon.